Archangel Michael sees the trap set around you by someone smiling in your face. He's ready to break it open, but you only have 1 minute left to let him in. Open now or miss it all. The minute is upon you. The sands of time are not simply falling. They are collapsing into a single grain, a single breath, a single choice that hangs before you. What has been stretched out over months of delay, over seasons of confusion, now compresses into one final moment. You stand in a window where heaven leans low, where the armies of light gather at the threshold of your life, and Archangel Michael himself, the warrior of heaven, the guardian of the chosen, is already standing watch at your side. He has seen what your natural eyes could not. He has marked what your heart only faintly sensed. He has discerned the trap laid quietly around you, woven by hands that carried a smile, a friendly face, a soft tone that masked a darker intent. Yes, someone close has smiled in your face while setting snares behind your back. Someone who presents warmth in the open, but hides poison in the shadows. And heaven has recorded it. Nothing escapes the gaze of the Archangel, for he is sent forth, not just as a watcher, but as a breaker of chains, a destroyer of traps, a shield for the anointed. But hear me now, this moment is not stretched wide. It is not endless. It is brief, urgent, and pressing like the final toll of a bell before silence. You have 1 minute left. One spiritual minute where heaven's hand is extended. One divine countdown where the Spirit presses on your heart with urgency, stirring your soul with the truth that this word is not for everyone. No, this is not casual encouragement, nor is it for those passing by. This is for the awakened, the ones who feel the trembling inside even now, the ones who sense that what they are hearing is not random, but chosen, directed, and divinely timed. And so the condition is set: silence, stillness, obedience, and the immediate opening of your spirit. If you harden your heart, the moment passes. If you delay, the enemy strengthens his hold. But if you open now, if you allow the flame of obedience to rise, the trap breaks, the net tears, and the warrior angel steps in with a force no darkness can withstand. The minute is upon you. The choice is yours. The door is knocking. Will you open? Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now activated. The heavens are not silent tonight. The voice of eternity presses through the veil, and I, Michael, the Archangel of War and of Light, speak to you now. This is not the hour of delay, nor the season of slumber. This is the 1 minute moment, the divine countdown, where every second echoes like thunder in the heavens. Can you hear it? Can you feel the vibration of eternity pulsing against your heart? The door is shaking. The armies are waiting. And your name, yes, your very name, has been spoken in the courts of heaven. I stand at the edge of your life, sword drawn, flame ignited, wings stretched wide. I am here not as a whisper, but as a roar, not as a suggestion, but as a decree. For the Father has dispatched me to you because the trap is not imagined. It is real, and it is already in place. The smile you trusted has already spoken betrayal behind your back. The hand you shook has already woven nets to entangle your path. But heaven will not allow you to be consumed, not when you are chosen, not when your purpose burns brighter than the schemes of men. Hear this, the minute is upon you. The countdown has begun. Every hesitation weakens your shield. Every delay strengthens the adversary's grit. You feel the weight in your chest, the pressure in your spirit, the urgency that will not let you rest. That is not fear, it is awakening. That is not anxiety. It is divine knocking. It is heaven pressing at your door saying, "Open now, for your time has come." And yet, this word is not for all. Not everyone will hear the trumpet sound. Not everyone will feel the burning in their spirit. Many will scroll. Many will ignore. Many will dismiss. But you who are stirred, you who feel this piercing truth, you are the one heaven has marked. This message is selective, targeted, prophetic. It is a call not for the crowd, but for the chosen. Do not be deceived into believing this moment is casual. Do not lie to yourself that tomorrow will hold the same open door. No. This door is for now. This door is for the 1 minute. This door is for the obedient. I declare to you, the angels of God are standing in position. They line the unseen corridors of your life. They hold swords of light, waiting for one command, one yes, one opening of your spirit. But heaven will not force its way in. Your permission is the key. Your surrender is the opening. You must say yes. You must open now. This is your choice. Open now and see chains broken, or remain shut and watch the snare tighten. 1 minute. That is all that remains before the door closes and the moment passes. The question is not if heaven will move. The question is if you will move with heaven. Open now, child of light. Open now, warrior in the making. Open now, for Michael stands at your side. This is the hour. This is the minute. This is your breakthrough. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. There is a heaviness you have carried in your spirit, a whisper you have tried to silence, a feeling you could not explain. You sensed it in the pauses of conversation, in the strange tension of a smile that didn't feel genuine, in the way the atmosphere shifted when certain people entered the room. And now heaven confirms what your soul already suspected. Someone close to you has been smiling in your face while weaving a net around your feet. They do not appear as an enemy. They do not wear garments of hostility. They disguise themselves in laughter, in kindness, in words of reassurance. But underneath it, a different spirit is at work. The one who claps for you in public prays against you in secret. The one who says they are for you has secretly aligned with forces designed to break you. Their friendliness is not friendship, it is a mask, and behind that mask lurks betrayal. Do not dismiss what you feel. Do not ignore the unease that has risen again and again in your soul. Heaven is lifting the veil to show you what the natural eye could not see. And yet, the pain of this moment is not only in what they have done. It is also in the confusion it brings. You ask yourself, who can I trust? Who truly loves me? Who carries hidden motives behind their kindness? You feel the disruption in your heart because you sense the truth. Loyalty is being tested. Love is being measured. Motives are being revealed. And the enemy laughs, cloaked in the disguise of friendliness, whispering, they will never know. They will never see. But heaven says otherwise. Michael has drawn his sword and lifted his shield, because heaven has chosen to expose what darkness tried to conceal. The disruption you feel now is divine, not destructive. It is not meant to break you, but to awaken you. It is heaven shaking your spirit awake, telling you, be alert, be sober. For the adversary prowls, but the angel of the Lord stands ready. Do not numb yourself to what you know in your heart. The laughter of betrayal may echo, but the roar of heaven is louder. This is the hour of exposure. The hidden is coming into the open. The mask will slip. The words spoken in darkness will be revealed in light. The trap they set will not only fail, but will serve as their own undoing. But you must remain awake. You must allow the Spirit to sharpen your discernment. For this battle is not against flesh and blood. It is against the unseen powers that use smiling faces and friendly voices as tools of deception. Do not be afraid of this revelation. What is uncovered now will not destroy you. It will protect you. For every scheme has been recorded. Every plot has been seen. Every whisper has been heard in the courts of heaven. You are not uncovered. You are not alone. Michael is watching, and his sword is ready. So I say again, trust the stirring you feel. Trust the unease. Trust the whisper of the Spirit, for it is better to walk in divine discomfort than to sleep in false security. The disruption is holy. The mystery is divine. Heaven is revealing what was hidden, and your spirit already knew. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Ode 1444 is now surrounding you. And beloved, as this revelation pierces your heart, know this. When you sow into the mission of spreading God's word, you are not just giving, you are breaking chains for countless others. Every seed you plant is a light that reaches another soul still trapped in deception, another heart still wrestling with betrayal. Heaven declares, "Those who water others shall themselves be watered," and this promise is alive for you. I invite you, yes, you, to step into this moment, to align with this mission, to give through super thanks, membership, or even through the PayPal link in the description below. This is not a donation. This is a prophetic act. It is sowing into the oil, sowing into the fire, sowing into the revelation that is breaking chains worldwide. And to those who give, may rivers of favor and protection overflow upon your life. Rise now, obey now, and sow now. The heavens are waiting for your yes. Hear me now, beloved of God. What you are facing is not simply the betrayal of man, nor merely the schemes of a jealous heart. This is not just human envy or ordinary deceit. No, this is a battlefield that stretches beyond flesh and blood. What you feel in the natural is only a shadow of the real conflict raging in the spirit. The trap set before you is not of earth. It is forged in the realm of darkness, designed by unseen forces that seek to silence your voice, to weaken your faith, and to dismantle your destiny. But here is the truth. Heaven wants you to grasp. You are chosen. And because you are chosen, you are targeted. Darkness does not waste its energy on the empty. The enemy does not pursue those without purpose. He pursues those marked by fire, those destined for elevation, those carrying light in a darkened world. That is why you have felt pressure on every side. That is why betrayal has drawn near in the form of a smile. That is why heaviness has followed you in places where peace should have remained. The intensity you feel is not because you are weak. It is because you are chosen. And yet, this conflict is not one you fight alone. Even now, the courts of heaven watch your every step, measuring your discernment, weighing your obedience, and observing your choices. Do you realize? The heavens are not indifferent. Your reaction in this moment is being recorded. Will you open the door and allow the armies of God to enter? Will you stand still and let the Archangel fight for you? Or will you take matters into your own hands, entangling yourself in battles you cannot win? I, Michael, am sent as the warrior of heaven to fight on your behalf. My sword does not fail. My shield does not weaken. My flame does not flicker. But I cannot move without your opening. The authority you hold is the key. You must grant heaven permission to intervene fully. For the Father has given mankind free will, and though you are surrounded by divine protection, your yes is the signal that unlocks the host of angels waiting to step into your situation. This is why discernment is vital. You must see beyond the face, beyond the words, beyond the disguise. You must recognize that the smiling betrayer is not your true enemy. They are a vessel. They are a mask. They are a puppet in the hands of a greater darkness that fears your rising. And so the battle is not truly with them, but with the spirit that moves through them. If you war in the flesh, you will fail. If you war in the spirit, you will triumph. Beloved, heaven is closer than you realize. Right now, angelic armies are positioned at the borders of your life. They await your decision. They wait for you to align with faith, with silence, with obedience. The trap is spiritual. The solution is spiritual. You cannot win by argument, by revenge, by retaliation. You can only win by standing in your authority and letting Michael and the hosts of heaven dismantle what you cannot see. So lift your eyes. Do not be distracted by the face of betrayal. Do not be consumed with the sting of deceit. Remember this: heaven fights for you, but only when you open. Your obedience decides your breakthrough. Your discernment decides your protection. And your surrender decides your victory. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1717 is now active around you. Beloved, I must speak this with clarity and without delay. The trap is already set. It is not being planned. It is not being prepared. It is here. Even now, moves are being made in silence. Words are being whispered behind closed doors. Hands are weaving cords of deceit, and nets are being laid where you least expect them. The smiling betrayer has already taken steps toward their plan. And yet, heaven is not caught off guard. The Lord of hosts has seen every motion, every whispered scheme, every hidden snare. Michael stands with sword raised, but your yes, your opening, is the key that unleashes the strike. Mark this: you are not in an endless waiting season. Heaven has decreed a window, and that window is narrowing. Within 72 hours, within 3 days, within the rising of the next sun, movement will occur. Exposure will come. Something hidden will be brought to light, and the air will shift around you. But the outcome of this unveiling depends on your obedience now. If you remain silent, still, surrendered, heaven will move on your behalf and turn the snare against the one who laid it. But if you hesitate, if you doubt, if you choose the arm of the flesh over the shield of the spirit, then the enemy will tighten the cords, and the trap will close. Time is thinning. The sand in the glass has almost run out. Every second is sacred. Every heartbeat a reminder that heaven's knock will not echo forever. Do you hear it? Do you feel the urgency pressing against your spirit? That unease in your chest, that quickening in your breath. It is the Spirit of God alerting you, saying, move now. Open now. Obey now. This is not fear. This is not anxiety. This is holy urgency, heaven's warning wrapped in mercy. The enemy counts on hesitation. He counts on your doubt. He waits for you to delay so that his plan may be strengthened. But heaven says, hesitation empowers the enemy, while obedience empowers the angels. Your silence, your surrender, your opening is not weakness. It is your greatest weapon. For the moment you yield, the armies of God surge forth, and the sword of Michael strikes through the snare with fire that no darkness can resist. Beloved, the time is short. Do not wait for another confirmation. Do not demand another sign. You are hearing the sign right now. This word itself is your confirmation. This is heaven's final knock upon your door before the trap either collapses or is broken. And you stand at the threshold of that choice. Will you open, or will you miss it all? I say this in love, but with the urgency of a trumpet blast. If you do not act now, the moment will pass. If you harden your heart, you risk being entangled. But if you bow in surrender, if you open in obedience, then the snare will shatter, the mask will fall, and what was meant to crush you will become your stepping stone. The time is not tomorrow. The time is not later. The time is now. Heaven knocks. The minute is upon you. Decide quickly, for your destiny hangs in the balance. Type "I open now" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Code 2020 is now surrounding you with divine urgency. Beloved, hear the counsel of heaven. When the trap has already been laid, when the enemy has already placed his nets, the greatest power is not found in frantic movement, not in retaliation, not in proving yourself right, not in arguing your way to safety. No, the greatest power is found in silence. The strongest weapon is stillness. For when you are still, heaven moves. When you are silent, the armies of God roar. When you withdraw, the Archangel advances. Do not confuse silence with weakness. Do not mistake stillness for surrender to your enemies. No, silence is strategy. Stillness is power. The Lord himself declared, "Be still, and know that I am God." And in this hour, your obedience to be still becomes your shield. The trap was designed to provoke you, to lure you into reaction, to push you into exposing your heart before time. But if you remain calm, if you resist the bait, the net collapses under its own weight. This is why heaven whispers, withdraw from unnecessary battles. Step back from the noise. Close your ears to gossip, to speculation, to the words of those who seek to draw you out. The betrayer thrives on your reaction. The enemy grows stronger when you answer back. But if you hold your peace, if you choose silence over chaos, their strength dissolves like mist before the sun. Your silence will not only disarm them, it will also empower heaven to act on your behalf. And in your silence, let prayer rise. In your stillness, let worship whisper from your lips. In your quiet moments, let your spirit repeat what heaven has already declared. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me shall fall. These are not empty words. These are shields. These are walls of fire. These are declarations that call Michael closer, that summon the armies to your side. So I counsel you now, shut the doors of distraction. Turn off the voices that pull you into fear. Withdraw into the secret place where heaven's strategies are revealed. For when you hide yourself in the shadow of the Almighty, every snare loses its grip, every net is broken, every whisper of betrayal falls powerless. Hear this truth: your obedience to remain silent and still is the loudest answer you could ever give. It declares to heaven, I trust you. It declares to hell, I will not be moved. It declares to those smiling faces with hidden daggers that you are not fooled, not shaken, not broken. Open your heart, for the armies of God are pressing near. Michael stands ready to strike, but your stillness gives him the clear command. Step back and let heaven step forward. Do not waste your energy fighting what you cannot see, when the one who sees all has already taken the battle into his hands. Beloved, know this. The moment you open your spirit, the divine armies flood in. The moment you surrender your will to his command, shields rise, swords burn, and the forces of darkness scatter. For greater is he that is with you than he that is against you. And greater is the angel who defends you than the one who deceives you. This is your counsel. This is your covering. Remain still. Remain silent. Remain obedient. For your silence will not destroy you. It will deliver you. Type "no weapon" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 is now surrounding your life with divine protection. Hear me, beloved of God. The season of trembling is passing. The days of living in fear of the trap, the days of shrinking under the smile of betrayal, are ending now. For you are not who they think you are. You are not the same person they plotted against. You are not the same soul they tried to bind in chains. Heaven has rewritten your identity, and the Spirit has been forging a warrior within you while they believed you were weak. They underestimated you. They believed the smile on their lips and the dagger in their hand would crush you. They thought the whispers behind your back would silence your voice. They believed the net they wove would catch you and hold you captive. But heaven laughs at their schemes, for you are not the victim they imagined. You are the victor being revealed. Can you not feel it rising? Can you not sense the fire in your bones, the wings pressing to break forth from within you? You are like a phoenix rising from the ashes of betrayal, flames licking at the cords that once tried to hold you down. Every wound they inflicted has become fuel for your breakthrough. Every whisper of mockery has become oil for your anointing. Every plan that sought to destroy you has become the very soil in which your roots have deepened. You are no longer bowed low in despair. You are standing tall in authority. You are no longer silenced. You are roaring with the voice of heaven. You are no longer trapped. You are soaring with wings of fire. The enemy wanted to make you believe you were small, insignificant, fragile. But heaven declares that you are a warrior, marked with light, crowned with purpose, armed with the strength of the Most High. Do you see it now? What looked like betrayal was really training. What felt like abandonment was really equipping. Every dagger in your back forged armor over your soul. Every tear in the night watered the soil of your destiny. And now, as the dawn rises, so do you. Stronger than you were. Sharper than you were. Bolder than you were. You have been transformed in the fire they meant for your destruction. No longer call yourself a victim. No longer whisper that you are weak. No longer live under the shadow of fear. Rise into the fullness of who you are. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are armed. You are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. And every snare set against you is now fuel for your ascension. So walk with your head lifted. Speak with your voice unshaken. Move with the authority of one who knows Michael stands at their side. For heaven does not defend the timid. It defends the bold, the believing, the surrendered. This is the hour you shift from surviving to ruling, from trembling to triumphing, from being attacked to advancing. Beloved, the days of cowering are gone. You have been sharpened. You have been refined. You have been awakened. Step forward now, not as prey, but as predator. Not as the wounded, but as the healed. Not as one hiding in shadows, but as one carrying the light of heaven. Rise, child of the Most High. Rise in strength. Rise in power. Rise in authority. For you are not who they thought. You are far greater. Type "I rise" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1818 is now igniting your spirit with divine empowerment. Beloved, the Spirit of the living God reveals this to you now. The trial you have faced was never a punishment. Do not let the enemy deceive you into believing you were abandoned or forsaken. No, what has pressed against you was not sent to destroy you, but to prepare you. The storm that raged around you was not chaos for chaos' sake. It was training for the warrior you are becoming. The betrayal, the whispers, the net, they were all allowed so that you might awaken to the authority that has always been inside of you. Do you see it? Heaven allowed the enemy to make his move, not because God was absent, but because heaven knew what would be forged in you through the fire. The adversary believed that betrayal would break you, but in truth, it refined you. The smiling mask of deception was meant to weaken you, but instead it sharpened your discernment. The trap was designed to silence you, but it only unlocked your voice with greater power. This is why you have felt the shift in your spirit long before your mind could comprehend it. Deep down, you knew change was coming. You felt the stretching, the restlessness, the unease, because heaven had already written your next chapter. And that next chapter is not small. It is not hidden. It is not ordinary. It is promotion. It is elevation. It is the unlocking of doors that no man can shut. That is why the warfare intensifies. That is why the adversary sought to stop you at all costs. He saw what you were about to step into, and he feared it. But hear the decree of heaven. Your name has been written in the book of destiny. The scroll of your life has been opened, and in it, your rising is declared. This trial was the final shaking before your elevation. This betrayal was the final test before your breakthrough. The moment you open fully to heaven, the moment you align in obedience, the floodgates of favor will burst open, and blessings long withheld will pour out upon you. Michael, the warrior of heaven, has been dispatched as your defender because of what you carry. He does not stand guard over the ordinary. He stands guard over the extraordinary. And heaven's very choice to send him confirms what the enemy already knew. You are marked for greatness. You are anointed for impact. You are chosen for an assignment greater than what you see now. So do not despise the fire. Do not curse the betrayal. Do not lament the snare. For all of it was working together to refine your spirit, to sharpen your eyes, to deepen your faith, and to position you for the very elevation you have prayed for. What seemed like punishment was preparation. What seemed like loss was set up for gain. What seemed like warfare was prophecy being fulfilled. Beloved, your spirit already knew this shift was coming. That's why you could not stay comfortable in old places. That's why you felt restless in circles that no longer fit. That's why your spirit stirred at words like this, because heaven has already whispered your name in the halls of destiny. And now the prophecy stands fulfilled. Michael defends you, heaven surrounds you, and elevation is here. Type I receive in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2323 is now unlocking your elevation. Beloved, as you step into this revelation, I must tell you this truth. When you pour into this ministry, you are not simply giving. You are participating in prophecy. Every offering you release is like seed falling into heavenly soil, producing a harvest of souls, breakthroughs, and freedom for countless others who are still trapped in deception. The Lord says, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed," and this word is alive for you right now. I invite you to respond in faith, through super thanks, through joining as a channel member, or through sowing directly via the PayPal link in the description. This is not just support. This is an act of alignment. This is oil on the flame, fire on the altar, manna for the mission. And I declare by the Spirit, those who sow into this moment will not walk in lack, but in overflow, as heaven opens over their lives. Act now, and let your giving echo like a trumpet in eternity. Beloved, the hour has come where words cannot remain silent, where faith cannot remain dormant, and where destiny cannot remain hidden. Heaven is not waiting for tomorrow. Heaven is not delaying until next year. The scrolls of your life are open now. The trumpet is sounding now. And Michael stands with his sword raised, waiting for one thing: your activation. This is the moment where you declare aloud, where you open your mouth and open your spirit, and where your yes becomes the signal for heaven to move with unstoppable force. Do you not understand? Your voice is a weapon. Your declaration is a key. When you speak, chains begin to rattle. When you confess, doors begin to swing wide. When you align your tongue with the decree of heaven, angels are dispatched on assignment. This is why the enemy fought so hard to silence you. This is why he tried to entangle you with doubt and drown you in fear. Because he knew that the moment you rose up and declared, "I open the door. I receive Michael's defense. I stand in my calling," heaven's armies would flood the battlefield on your behalf. This is not a time for hesitation. This is not the hour for timidity. This is the moment for boldness. Lift your head. Open your mouth. Declare, "I open now. I receive now. I align now." For every declaration is an act of war against the kingdom of darkness. Every word you speak in alignment with heaven is a hammer that shatters the snares of the enemy. And let me tell you this truth. Heaven is waiting for your yes. The angels do not move until you open. The armies do not march until you declare. Your obedience, your surrender, your spoken word is the command that unleashes their power. This is why you cannot remain passive. This is why you cannot stay silent. You must align. You must activate. You must step into the authority that has been written over your life from the beginning. You may feel unworthy. You may feel unprepared. You may feel small. But heaven says otherwise. Heaven calls you chosen. Heaven calls you seal. Heaven calls you mighty. You are not activating something fragile. You are stepping into something eternal. You are awakening to what has already been yours. The moment you declare, you are not begging for help. You are unlocking what heaven has already assigned to you. So rise now in faith. Declare boldly, "I open the door of my spirit. I receive Michael's defense. I activate my destiny. I align with the will of heaven. I stand as chosen, sealed, and anointed. Speak it aloud. Speak it until it vibrates in the atmosphere around you. Speak it until it reverberates in the halls of heaven. For your declaration is not just sound, it is power. This is your moment of activation. This is your holy yes. This is the divine signal heaven has been waiting for. Do not hold back. Do not shrink down. Step boldly, declare loudly, and watch as heaven answers with fire. Type "I activate" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2525 is now unlocking your destiny. Beloved, what you see with your eyes is only a fraction of the story. While you walk through your days, while you sleep through your nights, there is a silent exchange happening in the unseen. You have felt the weight of it without knowing why. You have awakened in the night with restlessness in your chest, tears burning your eyes, questions pressing against your heart. And heaven whispers to you now. What you felt was not confusion. It was the echo of angelic movement. For even while you wept, heaven recorded every tear. While you felt abandoned, heaven was dispatching reinforcements. While you wrestled with questions, Michael was already negotiating in the courts of heaven for your defense. Do you not see? You were never unprotected. You were never left alone. The silence you thought was absence was in truth the sound of divine strategy unfolding beyond your sight. Even now, the exchange continues. Angels have entered the places you cannot go. They have retrieved blessings that were stolen from you. They have overturned verdicts written against you in the realm of darkness. They have reclaimed inheritance the enemy tried to hide. And while you wondered if heaven had forgotten, the reality is that heaven was working, moving, fighting, and shifting things in your favor long before you asked. The unrest in your spirit was not a sign of failure. It was proof of transition. It was your spirit sensing a war that your mind could not see. You felt anxious, but it was really anticipation. You felt pressure, but it was really preparation. You felt restless, but it was really your soul aligning with the movements of heaven. The shaking inside you was heaven pulling you into awareness, saying, "Pay attention. Something is shifting." Beloved, nothing is lost. Not one prayer has been wasted. Not one tear has been overlooked. Not one betrayal has gone unrecorded. The very things you thought were slipping from your hands have been preserved in the hands of God. The blessings you thought were delayed are already in transit. The promises you thought were denied are already being delivered. And what the enemy believed he had stolen is being returned sevenfold. Do you understand? The silent exchange in the spirit realm is happening right now. Contracts are being broken. Curses are being reversed. Inheritances are being unlocked. Promises are being signed over to your name. This is why you have felt so much resistance, because the enemy knew that heaven was finalizing what he could not stop. Your silence has not weakened you. It has empowered heaven. Every time you held your peace, Michael advanced. Every time you withdrew, angels stepped in. Every time you chose not to react in the flesh, you allowed the Spirit to fight for you. Your silence has been a signal. Your stillness has been a weapon. And heaven has used it to win battles you will only understand in eternity. So, do not be afraid of what you cannot see. Do not doubt what you cannot explain. The exchange is happening now. The battle is already in motion. The victory is already secured. The trap is already broken. and everything the enemy touched is being restored to your hands. Beloved, this is the mystery of the spirit realm. The fight you never saw was the fight that saved you. And the silence you kept was the key that loosed heaven's armies on your behalf. Type "I trust heaven" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now surrounding your life with divine restoration. Beloved, hear the decree of heaven. The snare that was set for you will not hold you. The pit that was dug for you will not swallow you. The dagger sharpened in secret will not pierce your heart. For the hand of the Lord is stretched out, and justice is moving swiftly across your path. What was meant to bind you is about to bind them. What was meant to expose you is about to expose them. What was meant to shame you is about to become their own shame. For the Lord is a God of reversal, and his justice never fails. The Spirit declares, the very trap that was designed to capture you will snap back on the one who laid it. Their own words will reveal their hidden motives. Their own actions will betray their intentions. The net they spread will become their own entanglement, and the chains they forged will lock around their own plans. You will not need to strike, for heaven has already written the judgment. The scales are balancing, the tables are turning, and the justice of God is falling like fire. This is not vengeance of the flesh. This is the righteousness of God. For he has said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. And beloved, repayment has begun. The courts of heaven have issued the order, and now the earth will witness the results. Those who mocked you will watch you rise. Those who betrayed you will watch their own schemes crumble. Those who celebrated your downfall will tremble as heaven lifts you higher than they ever imagined. Do you see it? The shift is already in motion. That uneasy stirring you have felt in your spirit is not fear, it is anticipation. For heaven is about to put your enemies to shame in the sight of all. Their whispers in darkness are about to be shouted from the rooftops. Their plans in secrecy are about to be dragged into the light. Their laughter at your pain is about to turn into silence when they see the hand of God covering you. And while justice falls, restoration rises. Everything the enemy touched is being returned. Everything stolen is being restored. The years the locust devoured are being repaid with interest. The time you thought was wasted is being redeemed. The doors you thought were closed are being unlocked. The opportunities you thought were gone are coming back multiplied. For divine reversal is not only about judgment, it is about restoration. Michael has already moved into position. His sword has struck the cords. His shield has blocked the fiery darts. His wings have overshadowed your life. And now, as justice unfolds, you will see with your own eyes the reversal of the enemy's work. You will walk free from the net. You will step out of the pit. You will carry the very blessings that were denied you. And those who tried to stop you will have no choice but to witness the favor of God on your life. So lift your head and do not fear. The judge of all the earth has spoken. The scales are balanced. The sentence is written. Reversal is here. Walk forward knowing that justice is not coming, it is already unfolding. Type divine reversal in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4141 is now executing spiritual justice on your behalf. Beloved, the word has gone forth, and it shall not return void. The trap that was woven in silence is broken. The net that was hidden beneath the smile of betrayal has been torn apart by the sword of Michael. The courts of heaven have ruled, and justice has fallen like fire. You stand now not in fear, but in freedom. You walk not in trembling, but in triumph. Heaven's decree is written over your life. You are seen. You are sealed. You are sent. Lift your head, for the storm has passed. Lift your heart, for the chains are shattered. Lift your voice, for the door of breakthrough stands open before you. Michael does not leave your side. He remains, guarding, covering, and guiding you into the next chapter of your destiny. The armies of heaven surround you even now, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is your covering. This is your portion. This is your inheritance as a child of the Most High. Walk forward now with clarity. Walk forward now with boldness. Walk forward now knowing that you are chosen, anointed, and protected. Do not look back at the betrayal. Do not fear the whisper of the enemy. Do not doubt the path that lies before you. For the Lord has declared, I go before you and make the crooked paths straight. And so it shall be. I seal this word over your life. You are rising into your destiny. You are covered by heaven, and you are sent forth in divine authority. No trap will bind you. No scheme will hold you. No lie will silence you. You are free. You are chosen. You are victorious. Type I am sealed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5151 now rests over your life with divine covering and final activation. And as you carry this word into your life, I invite you to be part of the greater mission. Every time you support this ministry, you place oil on the fire that carries God's word to souls still waiting for freedom. When you sow through Super Thanks, join as a member, or give through the PayPal link in the description, you are not simply helping a channel. You are igniting destiny in others. The Lord declares, give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is not suggestion, it is promise. Right now, your act of giving is a prophetic response, a declaration that you align with heaven's mission. And I speak this blessing over every giver. May rivers of provision overflow in your life. May doors open without resistance, and may the God of justice return to you 100-fold harvest. Step into it now. Sow, rise, and let your giving echo into eternity.